Hello, my name is Chris Morales, known as Mr. Nice Guy. I am the CEO and head stoner of stonersonly.com. It's a marijuana lifestyle and 420 dating site. Well, what we're trying to do, we're sick of corporate greed, lies, and deception like Match.com at $1.2 billion a year. They've been operating for quite a while. The TV show Catfish, are you familiar? It's been around for 10 years. Why is it these billion-dollar dating sites have never put in an anti-catfish program? I'll give you the answer. Because they're fake profiles. They're made and designed to take your money, deceive and lie to you, all for the almighty dollar. They ask you 50 questions, supposedly to match you up with more compatible people. And then they turn around and sell that information to advertisers so they can more directly target you. I am changing that with my little site. I am sick of corporate and government lies, deception, and greed. So what I'm doing, everything from our president, Orange Hitler, Trump, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. If you walk into an American grocery store with our god-awful food, you go to buy some honey, it's corn syrup. If you go to buy some Parmesan cheese, it's not like in Italy, it's beautiful family-made Parmesan cheese. Here, some corporate giant is putting particle board in it. So there's no reality, there's no truth. Well, mine, I'm changing all that. I'm putting in what's called a first date window. It's kind of like Skype. You're talking to somebody you've met on my site, you're all in our system. Doesn't give them time to go change out, set up a different Skype program, or somebody else jump in. Let's talk to somebody. Let's make sure instead of, let's meet up in Shady McShadertown at 3 in the morning. Well, let me make sure that you're a 25-year-old white male or female, not a 50-year-old transvestite. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but people, you've seen the show. So you go to the first date window, boom, you both agree to it within 3 seconds, bam. And you know if they don't agree to it, there's something wrong with it. I'm also going to take Craigslist ads, make them safer as well as the dating. Same thing. When there's somebody runs an ad, classified ad on mine, you got the option of the first date window. You both pull it up, hello, here we are. So I'm trying to put reality, truth, and affordability and not corporate greed in my little corner of the world, and hopefully it'll expand. Awesome. And a marijuana stoner doing it. I got inspired. They have this redneck Trump voter hookup site called Farmers Only. You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. Saw that, looked up how much it made a month. $60 million a month, hooking up rural farmer redneck people. I turned around and I said, there's at least 200 million marijuana smokers in America. Nobody's catering to them. In my life, I've always been prejudiced against, looked down upon, stereotyped because of it. Dating is hard enough. Hi, do I have enough hair? Are my boobs big enough? Is my Johnson, the right size? Am I dressed correctly? Am I driving the right car? Is she gonna like me? Is my breath bad? Everything to worry about, much less is she gonna judge me for smoking marijuana, which a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. Even I was in a relationship for almost 8 years. She didn't smoke, I did, never a problem. So people go watch Seth Rogen movies, James Franco, and they enjoy them. Not everybody smokes the weed, but they get a kick out of watching people acting goofy. Unfortunately, it does makes people stereotyped. So I want like-minded people brought together, and I'm changing it. I am going to take 10% of what I make and give it back to the people out there in the form of tit jobs, lip implants, hair transplants, makeovers, getaways, wardrobes, and our beautiful car over here I'll show you in a minute, a Tesla Model S. I want people to feel better, look better, and be more dateable, help them. None of these other major corporations do that. All they do is lie, deceive, and take your money. And I'm going to go back and enrich the lives of the people and help them. That's what marijuana is. It's a social plant. I don't want to use the word drug, because it's not. It's an intoxicant. And it's a pain reliever, stress reliever. Saved my life. Puff, puff, pass, 420, it's community, it's sharing. It's unlike all these other drugs. These tweakers, they do their drugs and peek out the window and got to get violent. They have a thing called whiskey dick from drinking. They don't have a thing called weed dick, because it makes you more romantic, more passionate, more emotional. Women who date guys that smoke weed versus guys who drink, they're much happier women. The guys want to give them massages. They're stoned, so they sit there and listen to their long, drawn-out explanations for their problems instead of a quick, concise one. You should probably take that out. I'm just kidding, ladies. I love you. That's why I did the site. I need one of you. So
That was excellent.
I'm not just the CEO. I'm also a client. One thing that they don't give any coverage on because there's a lot of advertising dollars in it. Again, corporate greed. You could take you right now. There's a CVS. It's a pharmacy chain out here. There are more cops, arrests, tweakers, attempted robbing, begging, shoplifting at that CVS over prescription medication than there ever is at any dispensary. If you guys, while you were here, went over and just sat there one night over here, the one, especially the one here on the corner, there are police there every night arresting somebody. But they don't do crime statistics on how many people go and get arrested outside of pharmacies. I've seen documentaries where they're shooting up outside. People don't do that with marijuana. When was the last time somebody smoked some weed and got violent? That's why the Indians used to smoke the peace pipes. Say, white man, chill the hell out. Here, can you stop killing us? And then they get high and make okay, yeah, we're gonna make an agreement. Then they just go back and, let's just wipe them out anyway. You gotta love America. I love it, I'm trying to change it, but Americans aren't bad, just our government. Well, I had a pretty bad childhood, and my uncles knew of my father's behavior. So they would take me in about the age of 12 and talk to me and spend time with me and started smoking weed with me and made me deal with things a lot better. And since then, it's been my best friend. I remember before I even knew what weed was, just from seeing on my uncle's shirts, I'd come home and I'd draw a picture of it and I'd get beat for it. And now today I make my living with it. So yeah, it's a lifesaver. I've seen that it's demonized because pharmaceutical companies will be hurt by it, because when you can cure something naturally or mask its symptoms, why are you going to pay chemical? The oil companies, you can make fuel out of it. That when you can lubricate the engines with it. When you're done, you can pour it in the water, the fish can eat it, unlike petroleum. You can make every dye in the rainbow out of it, but DuPont Chemical, they can't put that toxic red out there. I could go on and on. Your cigarettes, your alcohol, all of this would go way down, and it already is because of this beautiful plant that the creators gave us to help us deal with stress instead of like Orange Hitler, let's blow everybody up. Or like Americans, let's get in a fight.
Yeah.
Let's shoot everybody. Marijuana, skunk buds, concentrate, edibles, tinctures, lotions, CBD, THC, it's all fantastic. There is no downside, zero. That's why, like Einstein said, mediocre minds give great opposition to great spirits. So when you have great medication and all this money and control and throwing people in jail, it threatens the status quo, and it's natural. That's why there's so much against it. Not because there's anything wrong with it, not because it makes you stupid. If you're stupid and lazy and lethargic, yes, it's going to make you that way. But if you're creative and energetic and happy, it's going to make you even more so. So whatever type of person, except if you're angry, it might make you less angry. If you're depressed, it might make you less depressed. If you take a sativa, I most definitely. Who knows, you might go paint the next Picasso.